the people who should have been sounding the alarm about all of this, but instead made common cause with the ruling class they were supposed to be covering and keeping honest. Our system is rotten and corrupt, and the news media are a major reason for why that is. That's what Donald Trump pointed out. And not surprisingly, they despised him for doing it. Ask yourself, what's a bigger scandal to your average journalist? The fact that homicidal MS-13 gang members have flooded into this country from Central America and now terrorize communities from Los Angeles to Long Island? Or the possibility that someone might complain about that? Well, we don't need to guess the answer because last year, Donald Trump dared to complain about MS-13. Watch.
So when the MS-13 comes in, when the other gang members come into our country, I refer to them as animals. And guess what? I always will.
Now, keep in mind that the motto of MS-13 is literally kill, rape, control. You might not have known that since details about what MS-13 actually is and what MS-13 actually does have received far less media attention than Donald Trump's criticism of the gang. Murdering with people with knives might be bad, but insulting illegal alien murderers is, in the moral hierarchy of Washington, a far graver sin.
There's a serious problem with the president dehumanizing any group of people in the United States, even if they are hardened criminals.
The history of political leaders dehumanizing opponents, even criminals, and using animal metaphors is a dangerous one.
And it is a very slippery slope when you start dehumanizing people this way. It's what the Nazis did.
We're all God's children. When the President of the United States says about undocumented immigrants, these aren't people, these are animals, you have to wonder, does he not believe in the spark of divinity?
We're all God's children, she tells us. Spoken like someone who knows her own children will never face the consequences of the policies she supports. Lost in the haze of all this moralizing was any meaningful discussion of those policies. Now, a cynic might say that was by design. It was the whole point of the tantrum. It's certainly a theme in Washington. A similar passion play unfolded just a few months before when the president was heard speaking candidly about immigration in the White House. During a conversation with advisors, Trump asked why so many immigrants come to the U.S. from impoverished countries. If immigration is supposed to make America better, he asked, shouldn't we try to draw people from the most advanced societies? Well, it's an obvious question. You could debate it, of course, but it's a real question. So, of course, CNN had to scream at you just to make sure you would never ask that question.
This is very deeply offensive language. It says, the president quoted here, why are we having all these people from whole countries come here?
President Trump's shocking and racist remarks about immigrants coming from whole countries sparking disgust tonight.
Do you have any example of any whole country that the president referred to that is predominantly Caucasian?
I'm not surprised. In one way, I'm proud. I am a proud holder.
No, we are not all created equal, at least not if you are born in, as the president put it, a whole country.
My desperate grandparents from a country that was considered a hole by people like the president.
Oh, the posturing. But let's be real. Is there a single living person who disagrees with Trump's assessment of Haiti? Probably not. Certainly Haitian immigrants agree with him. That's why they moved here. Nobody on any of the CNN panels you just saw is relocating to Haiti anytime soon for the same reason. Oslo, Helsinki, Vienna, Vancouver, no problem. Port-au-Prince, no thanks. So if you want to know what people actually think, ignore what they say.